Wedding ceremonies and receptions have certainly changed over the decades, and even more so lately due to COVID restrictions, as many couples are embracing the micro-wedding trend this year.
Yeah, one event venue in Pittsburgh known for its beautiful city views and elegant cuisine has also been hosting smaller scale weddings this year because of that trend.
And newly engaged, Celina Pompeani is in the midst of wedding planning herself. She joins us from Mount Washington with a look at that, as well as some traditions that will never change.
Good morning. I am standing outside of one of the most iconic restaurants in the city of Pittsburgh, LeMont. They have been around for a long time, and since they opened 60 years ago, they have hosted over 7,500 weddings, so they know a thing or two about trends and traditions, especially learning how to navigate wedding receptions during these crazy COVID times.
I've worked probably close to 7,500 weddings over the years, so I've been to a lot of weddings, and more than the average person, I'm sure.
Per season, per wedding season or year at LeMont, how many would you do in 1 year?
You know, 100, 140, 150, depending on the year, not counting the smaller ones we do in our main dining room.
LeMont banquet manager Bill Laughlin knows a thing or two about weddings. Over the last few months, LeMont has still been pretty busy hosting weddings while abiding by the restrictions.
Scheduled and rescheduled. Some people have moved their dates 3 and 4 times, and some have decided to do smaller weddings in 2020, and some have decided to move to 2021.
If you're looking to book LeMont for your big day next year, you better act fast.
A lot of the 2020 weddings have moved to 2021, and the 2021 brides know this, and so they know they need, if they want a Saturday, they need to get moving.
Laughlin says wedding traditions have evolved over the years, but keeping the bride calm and focused will always be one of the biggest parts about his job. His partner in crime, banquet manager Tony Fratangelo, has been at LeMont for 38 years. Both gentlemen say overall, weddings have become less traditional. What's been really popular over the last decade are wedding hashtags with the bride and groom names used for social media. Bride and groom's signature drinks are also part of many celebrations.
The chocolate fountains become replaced with a photo booth. They're popular now. And rarely do I see a chocolate fountain.
Although dinners including filet, chicken, fish, and vegetarian options are all still popular, so is the after-party food now.
Yeah, many times the guests will have sliders or grilled cheese for afterwards. They're the most popular. Sometimes people actually order out and bring food in.
There is one tradition that remains constant at every Pittsburgh wedding. The cookie table.
It's not a Pittsburgh wedding without the cookie table.
Cookie tables have grown larger with a greater variety of cookies, usually baked by moms, grandmas, aunts, sisters, cousins, neighbors, and friends. Laughlin and Fratangelo have been managing not only weddings, rehearsal dinners, and bridal showers, but also countless corporate functions, recruiting dinners, graduations, the list goes on and on.
We also do a lot of nonprofits, and they've been really hit hard this year. Dunlap's been very generous, very philanthropical, and we're hoping in 2021 that they'll be able to come back and resume doing their fundraisers.
I sure hope so too. Okay, back to wedding hashtags. I need your help. The PTL audience, feel free to help me out on this one because I can't come up with anything. Mac and Celina. I've heard Macelina, Macalina, McPompin. I just don't know yet. I can't come up with any that I'm really loving. Let me know what you think. And the PTL team, you can weigh in on this one too. But stay tuned because we have a lot more coming from LeMont. We are making cocktails coming up. It's gonna be good. We'll check in with you in a little bit.
I just got one. I got one.
You're
Wait,
so
actually,
excited.
you know what? It's probably not even that good, but I know
What?
that Celina's family calls her Bean.
Yes.
So what if she was, what if they were Mac
and Bean? That's not bad. Yeah. I mean, like, you have to preface that with, like, Celina's
they're her-
family calls her Bean.
Well, they're her
Otherwise,
family
they're
and
like,
friends, so they would know.
So, Mac and Bean. I like that.
Just
What do
an
you think,
idea, Celina. Let us know. I'm sure she's texting. Where's my phone?
Yeah, we need the.
Okay. All right, well, Bill and Tony also mentioned the money dances with the bride and groom aren't as popular, along with the bouquet toss. They don't say that nearly as much. So stay with us because, as Celina said, she's back with more from the LeMont, and they sent us in some food, too, and drinks, so we don't feel left out.
It's right over here, and I can't wait for it.
I know.
I keep looking at it.
I also keep saying the LeMont, but I think it's just LeMont.
LeMont. Okay. They dropped the the.
In my old, have you been on the Facebook recently?
No, that's what it is.
Just put a the in front of it.
I do that sometimes.